Hi there, Michelle here from theedgecode.com, where I share with you how to create a profitable business and inspire life. And welcome to this week's marketing and mindset video tip. Today I want to talk about how to get more Twitter followers. I've been on Twitter for many years. I've had different Twitter handles before I switched over to my current one, which I've had for almost a year. And I definitely, over the course of the years, have learned certain strategies on how to increase my following in a relatively short period of time. I know it's something that a question that comes up often for many people on Twitter, Facebook, Google+. Specifically, I'll focus on Twitter today, but you can probably use a lot of these strategies on other social networks as well. But I want to list my top 3 things, and hopefully you'll see that if you take some of these things on, then you can also increase your following. And on that note, I just wanted to say that it is relative. I think it's just as important to have quality followers as it is to have quantity. So just be very mindful that, the person who has 20,000 followers because they purchase followers, right? Or they're just following everyone without any rhyme or reason, won't get as much out of it as someone who is being a little bit more mindful of it, who are following people they would consider prospective leads or influential people in the industry or prospective partners. So definitely it's very relative. So just be very mindful when you are following people that you really want to create a following that are people who really are going to engage with you on a regular basis. So that being said, let's get started. First is to follow other people, right? Very easy to do. Go to twello.com. Really great site for you to go, and they list it by categories, people within your industry or people in compatible industries that you can start to follow. Even go straight onto Twitter and put in your keyword or keyword phrase and see who pops up and start following those people. If there are people who you would consider influential people in your industry, see who's following them and start following those people. And 90% of the time, when you follow someone, they will follow you back. So that's definitely a really great way for you to start building your following on Twitter. Number 2, create a really great bio. There's so many times I see people who have like one sentence. They don't have a link to their website or some other social network. It's really dull and boring. It says nothing about who they are or their business. So definitely spend some time crafting a bio that makes sense, that is enticing, that makes me want to follow you back, right? Ideally, if you can put a keyword in there, that would be very helpful when people are searching your particular industry or service or anything like that. It's a good chance that you'll pop up in the search results. So definitely, if you can put a keyword in there, that's great too. On that note, make sure that you have a cool image. Ideally, having your profile image, a picture of you personally, is always good. People interact with you and not your brand. But at the very least, if you don't want to use a picture of yourself, use a picture of your company logo. Don't ever stick with the default image of Twitter. I think that's a big no-no. It's not going to get people to follow you back for sure. Number 3 is to tweet stuff and engage. I should use Twitter for what it's intended to be, a social network, right? A social party. So definitely tweet stuff. Tweet tips and resources and words of wisdom and quotes. Tweet other people's stuff. That's a really great way to get more followers, is when you actually not only engage on a regular basis, but also tweet other people's stuff and share their stuff. And you'll notice that a lot of times when you do that, people are going to just naturally want to follow you. So definitely, I would say those are my top 3 tips to increase your Twitter followers. If you have some of your own little tactics and strategies, please feel free to list them in the comments section below. If you haven't done so yet, go to theedgecode.com and subscribe to my newsletter. I hope that was helpful. Until then, embrace your genius.